Many people believe they are doing okay until they see the numbers. Imagine this. The average credit card debt is approximately $6,500 to $7,300. Average rent ranges from around $1,750 to $2,075 a month, and the median retirement balance is under $100,000, even though experts suggest you need around $1.2 million to feel financially comfortable. This is the reality of the financial situation for many Americans in 2025. Why does this matter right now? Because incomes have essentially remained flat, with a median household income of around $83,000, while housing costs, debt, and retirement needs continue to rise. So, if you feel financially squeezed, it's not just in your head. In this video, I will share 5 financial statistics from 2025 that reveal how Americans are really doing. For each statistic, I'll provide one simple solution. If you're below average, you will discover the necessary actions to take to improve your situation. If you're above average, you'll gain insights on how to start investing and enhance your financial position further. Stat 1: 19% of adults still have no emergency savings. What it is, according to Bankrate, about 1 in 5 American adults have no emergency savings at all, and about 60% are uncomfortable with their savings. This is the situation in 2025. It's not a reflection of 2008. Why it matters? Without savings, any flat tire, medical bill, or job loss can lead to increased credit card debt at interest rates over 20%. This is how ordinary people can become trapped in a cycle of debt. How to fix it? Open or reactivate a no-fee savings account. Set up an automatic transfer of $10 to $25 weekly from checking, labeling it emergencies only. For example, $0 to $600 in 6 months with a $25 weekly savings plan. If you are below average, your goal should be to save a buffer of $500 to $1,000. If you are above average, aim for an emergency fund covering 3 months of expenses and start directing any extra funds towards investments. Stat 2: the typical American has a bank balance between $5,000 and $13,000. In 2025, median bank balances range from approximately $5,400 for those under 35 to $13,400 for individuals aged 65 to 74. While this might sound reasonable, remember that one emergency room visit or a few months of unemployment can deplete these savings. Why it matters? Many people consider themselves middle class, but their cash cushion typically only covers 1 to 2 months of actual expenses. This is a form of financial fragility. How to fix it? Calculate your core monthly expenses, rent or mortgage, utilities, food, and minimum debt payments. Multiply that total by 2, and that new figure becomes your safety target. For example, if your core savings are $2,400, aim for $4,800. This already positions you close to, or above, the typical savings level. If you're below average, prioritize building your cash buffer first. This means focusing on savings, not investing in stocks, cryptocurrencies, or anything else. For those who are above average, consider a split allocation: 70% for safety and 30% for contributions to a Roth IRA 401k or brokerage account. So a quick recap: a significant number of Americans still lack emergency savings. Even those who do save often have less than 2 months' worth of expenses saved up. A critical issue that exacerbates this situation is credit card debt. By addressing just this one problem, the others can become easier to manage. Stat 3: the average credit card debt is now estimated to be between $6,500 and $7,300, with approximately 46% of cardholders carrying a balance. Reports from 2025 indicate that the average credit card balance is climbing into the mid-$6,000 to low $7,000, and nearly half of cardholders roll their balances over month to month. High interest rates compound the issue. Why it matters? With an APR of 22%, having $7,000 in credit card debt can cost you over $100 a month in interest. That's money that could otherwise go toward your safety fund or IRA. How to fix it? Write down 3 numbers in your Notes app: your current balance, the APR, and the minimum payment due. Sort these accounts by a PR from highest to lowest. This will create your avalanche list. Pay the minimum on all cards and allocate any extra $20 to $100 each month toward the card with the highest APR. Here's a simple 3-row table for reference. Card A, $3,200 at 24%, attack first. Card B, $2,100 at 20%, and Card C, $950 at 17%. If you're below average and owe more than $7,000, consider finding additional income for 90 days through overtime, gig work, or selling belongings to help break free from the debt plateau. If you're above average, owing less than $7,000, automate an extra $50 per month toward your debt and start a small investment auto draft to practice both saving and investing. Stat 4. Rent ranges from $1,750 to $2,075, while the median household income is about $83,000. As of 2025, national rents hover around $1,750 to $2,075. The median household income is approximately $83,000, equating to around $6,900 to $7,000 each month before taxes. For many, this means rent accounts for nearly 30% of gross income and significantly more in expensive states. Why it matters? Housing costs should generally be about 30% of take-home pay. If housing expenses exceed 40%, it can impede your ability to save, pay off debt, and contribute to retirement. How to fix it? Calculate your rent divided by your take-home pay. If your ratio falls between 35% and 40% or higher, consider one of the following options: increase your income, find more affordable housing, or explore house hacking, getting a roommate or relocating within the next 6 to 12 months. For below-average renters, a higher rent percentage should be the focus on housing as the primary area of optimization this year. For above-average renters, enjoy a lower percentage of rent. Secure your advantage and invest the savings. Statistic 5. The retirement gap shows that the median retirement account balance is approximately $87,000, while the target for a comfortable retirement is around $1.2 million. Many 2025 retirement reports indicate that the median account balance is under $100,000, specifically about $87,000, while surveys still suggest that around $1.2 million is the ideal amount. This creates a significant gap, and certain groups, like women, are even further behind. Why this matters? Many individuals feel secure because they have a 401k, but the reality is that there is still a substantial shortfall. How to address it? Log in to your 401k or IRA and increase your contribution today by just 1% of your pay. If you prefer not to select specific funds, consider a target date or broad market index fund. For example, if you earn $60,000 a year, increasing your contribution by 1% amounts to $50 per month. Over the years, that adds up significantly. For those with below-average earnings, prioritize obtaining your employer match first, as it is essentially free money. If you're above average, continue to raise your percentage each year and consider adding a taxable brokerage account for further investing opportunities. Credit card example: balance $7,000, a PR 22%, minimum payment $140, which is 2%. If you only make minimum payments, a significant portion of your payment goes to interest. However, if you add an extra $100 per month to the highest rate card, you can significantly reduce the time it takes to pay off the debt, varying depending on your total debt. Remember, actual results may vary based on interest rates and fees, but this highlights why paying extra on the card with the highest APR is so effective. Now, let's discuss rent-to-income ratios. Income, $7,000 per month gross, close to the median household income. Rent, $1,900. Ratio, 27%, acceptable. If rent increases to $2,000, the ratio jumps to 34%, leading to financial stress, even with the same income. This illustrates why housing is a primary expense. Common mistakes to avoid. I will invest first, then build savings. Set aside $500 to $1,000 in cash first to cover emergencies without relying on credit cards. Minimum payments are fine, Pay at least $20 to $100 above the minimum on the highest APR card. Rent is what it is. Consider renegotiating your lease, moving to the suburbs, or getting a roommate within 6 to 12 months. My 401k is set, and I never touch it. Increase your contribution by 1% every year or whenever you receive a raise. I am average, so I'm safe. Remember that average often means falling behind. Aim for better than average. If you found this helpful, the next video will be money stats for 30-year-olds. Averages often obscure the real story. In your 30s, you may have student loans, higher rent, possibly children, and limited time to catch up on retirement. That video will discuss these same statistics and set age-specific targets, helping you understand what good looks like for those in their 30s. This is the 2025 Reality Check. Understand the statistics, know why they matter, and take one action today.